Hello guys, welcome on Tesla Adventures. We have already discussed the first video of SHM in which we have discussed the real meaning of SHM. Now moving forward on this video, we are going to discuss the various elements which together forms the equation of a SHM. So the first element is the mean position, and the mean position of SHM is defined as the position where the net force acting on a particle is zero. So let us discuss the mean position by this force. So we have already discussed that this force creates a simple harmonic motion on a particle which is placed on x-axis. So this is the force, and you can see that this force would be zero at a point where x is 0. So we can say that the mean position is the point where the net force acting on the particle is 0, and therefore in this motion at x is equal to 0, the force acting on the particle would be 0. Therefore x is equal to 0 would be the mean position in this SHM. So at this point the net force acting on the particle is 0. So this is the mean position of SHM. If suppose that the force was given as minus k x minus 3. So in this case the mean position would be a point where this force would be 0. So if x is equal to 3, then the net force will be 0. So x is equal to 3 would be the mean position in this motion. Now if it was written that f is equal to minus k x plus 3, then the mean position would be a point where x is equal to minus 3. So this is very important to note that mean position is a point where net force on the particle is 0. Now what is the amplitude? So amplitude of SHM is defined as the maximum displacement of the particle from its mean position. So in this case, let us see that we have already assumed that this motion represents the equation f is equal to minus kx, and therefore the mean position of this motion is x is equal to 0. Now let us see that the particle is going to a maximum x is equal to a point, which is also called as positive extreme, and it is going to a minimum x is equal to minus a point, which is also called as negative extreme. So we can say that the particle is performing SHM or to and fro motion about the origin, which is the mean position, between minus a and plus a. So this minus a and plus a are the extreme points of the particle, and the distance of this particle from the mean position will be called as amplitude. This is amplitude a. So the distance in either of the direction from the mean position is same. Therefore particle travels a distance of a in the forward direction and a distance of a in the reverse direction in the backward motion of SHM. So amplitude is the maximum displacement of the particle from the mean position. Now the time period. Time period of SHM is the time in which the particle completes one cycle of to and fro motion about the mean position. So let us assume that the particle is starting from this point, and that particle moves from this point to this point in some time. So if the time taken by the particle to move from this point to this point is t, then the time taken by the particle to move from this point to this point would be t, same. I would explain this in the later part. And therefore the time taken by the particle to move from this point to this point would be again t, and from this point to this point would again be t. So the total time to move from this point like that and comes back to minus a and then again comes back to origin. So the total time to complete this one cycle, this is the one cycle in which the particle is at mean position and it is moving in the forward direction after a fixed interval of time again. So this particle is moving the forward direction, and after a fixed interval of time this particle is again moving in the forward direction, and it is spotted on the same point x is equal to 0. So this is a complete cycle, this one. So this is one cycle, and the time taken by the particle to complete this cycle is known as time period. So this is the time period, and we can also say that if the particle has started its motion from this point, then the time period would be the time in which this particle moves from this point to minus a and then again to this point. So this is one cycle, and the time taken to complete this cycle would be called as time period. Okay. Now let's move on the most important element of the SHM, which is called as phase. Now first of all, let us define the phase. That the phase of a particle in SHM is a quantity, physical quantity, that tells us about the position of the particle, its direction of motion, its instantaneous velocity, and its instantaneous acceleration in SHM. So to explain this phase, let us first of all assume that the equation of SHM, which is x is equal to a sine omega t plus phi. So in this equation you can see that x is the displacement of the particle from the mean position, and the mean position in this case is x is equal to 0. So this x is the displacement from origin, because origin is the mean position in this case. Now a is the amplitude of the particle, and this is the equation which says that sine omega t plus phi. Now this term omega t plus phi, which is inside a trigonometric function, is called as the phase. And if you substitute the value of time as t is equal to 0 in this phase, then you will be getting this term reduced to only phi. So if we substitute that t is equal to 0, then x would be equal to a sine omega t only. So this is in fact a sine phi only. So this is the initial phase. Why we call it as initial? Because this is the phase at t is equal to 0. So t is equal to 0 is the initial time of the motion, and hence it is called as the initial phase. Now to understand the working of phase and to calculate the phase, we understand the different phases of the different positions. So to understand that thing, let us compare this SHM with a circular motion. So there is a particle which is performing a circular motion starting from this point. Now let us compare the circular motion with SHM. So in this SHM, the particle has started from this point x is equal to 0. Now we know that the particle has moved by when the particle completes one cycle like that, then it covers an angle of 2 pi around the center of the circle. So in one complete cycle of circular motion, the particle covers an angle of 2 pi, and you can compare the phase with the angle of circular motion. So we can say when the particle completes one cycle of SHM like that, when it starts from this position and again comes back to this position. Okay, so this is one complete cycle. So we can say that the phase covered in one complete cycle is 2 pi. So which means that initially at this position, first time when the particle is at this position and moving towards positive A, the phase of the particle is 0, because if we are comparing this phase with the angle, then at this point t is equal to 0, the particle has not covered any angle about the center. So the phase of the particle at this position first time is 0. Now when the particle has again arrived at this position like that, this is one complete cycle. So when the particle has again arrived at this position, then its phase would be 2 pi. Just like the circular motion, when the particle has again arrived at this position after completing one circle, so the angle moved by this particle is 2 pi. So the phase completed by this particle in this case is 2 pi. Now we know that when this particle moves from the mean position for the first time and again comes back to the mean position, but in this case it is moving in the direction of negative x-axis, or we can say that it is moving towards minus a, then at this position going in the backward direction the phase of the particle would be pi, because this is the half cycle. So if the complete phase of one cycle is 2 pi, then the phase completed in half cycle is pi. So when the particle is at mean position and moving in the backward direction, then its phase is pi. Now when the particle moves to plus a, from this position to plus a, so we compare this as 1/4 cycle, because if one complete cycle is this, then this would be 1/4 cycle, 1/4. So the 4 quarter, like this one, this one, this one and this one, these 4 quarter together forms one complete cycle. So in the quarter circle, the angle covered by the particle is 90 degree or pi by 2. So in the quarter cycle of SHM, the phase covered by the particle is phi is equal to pi by 2. So the phase of this position plus a for the first time is pi by 2. Now the initial phase, I am again repeating it all, that the initial phase of this position was 0, then it moves to this position, then phase changes by pi by 2. So the phase of this position is pi by 2, then it again comes back to origin, then again phase changes by pi by 2. It is also important to note that the phase changed by the particle when it moves from 0 to a is equal to the phase change of the particle when it moves from a to 0. So the phase changed when it moves from 0 to a is pi by 2, and the phase changed when it moves from a to 0 is also pi by 2. So the total phase change is pi, coming back to this position. Now again when it will move back to minus a, then the phase change would be pi by 2 more. Then the phase of this position minus a would be pi plus pi by 2, which is 3 pi by 2. Then the particle again moves back to the origin, then the change of phase is again pi by 2, then the total change of phase is 2 pi, because 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 2 is 2 pi. So this is the phase which tells us about the direction of motion and the velocity and the acceleration. Now if someone says us that the particle is having an initial phase, let us suppose that there is an equation of SHM that x1 is equal to a cos omega t. So we have to find out the position where the particle is situated initially. So you can see that initially at t is equal to 0, the cos 0 is 1. So at t is equal to 0, x1 is equal to a. So initially the particle is situated at plus a. This can be proved by one more technique, that you can write x1 as a cos a sin omega t plus pi by 2. Cos omega t can be written as sin omega t plus pi by 2, and you can see that the initial phase of this equation is pi by 2. So if we substitute the value of time as t is equal to 0 in this equation, then the initial phase is pi by 2. So we can see that the phase of plus a position is pi by 2. So initially this particle is situated at this position plus a. You might be having a doubt in your mind that why we have not substituted the value of time in this equation. Because we all know that cos has already some phase which is ahead from the sine. So we cannot substitute the value of time in a function which is already ahead by some phase. So we have to substitute the value of time in that function which is sine, because sine theta is having 0 initial phase. So this is very important, that we have to convert the equation into the sine function, and then we can substitute the value of time to find out the phase of that position. Okay, so if this equation is written like that, that x1 is equal to a cos omega t, then this particle is situated at x is equal to plus a initially. So if this equation was written like that, that x1 is equal to minus a cos omega t. So minus a cos omega t can be written as a sin omega t plus 3 pi by 2, because sin 3 pi by 2 plus theta comes in fourth quadrant, and in fourth quadrant sin theta is negative, so this is minus a cos omega t. So this says that the initial phase of this particle was 3 pi by 2, and this 3 pi by 2 phase is the phase of the position which is x is equal to minus a. So we can conclude that this particle was at x is equal to minus a initially at t is equal to 0, which can also be deduced by substituting the value of time t is equal to 0 in this equation. So if we substitute t is equal to 0 in this equation, then x1 would be equal to minus a, which means that the particle was situated at minus a at t is equal to 0. So this phase is telling us about the position of the particle in the direction of motion. But what about the velocity and acceleration? So we can differentiate this x with respect to time to express the velocity, and we can differentiate that velocity with respect to time to express the acceleration, and we can substitute the value of phase to find out the instantaneous acceleration and instantaneous velocity. So phase tells us about the acceleration, velocity, direction of motion, and the phase. Now let us discuss the phase of some important positions in SHM which we have to memorize directly. So how to calculate the phase of those important positions? We have already discussed that at x is equal to 0, the phase for the first time is 0 when the particle is moving in the forward direction towards plus a. Now at this position, at x is equal to plus a by 2. So you have to think that when sin theta is half, because if we are assuming the equation as x is equal to a sin omega t, so you can think in your mind that when it happens that sin theta is 1 by 2, because this is a by 2. So if we substitute the value of x is equal to a by 2, then sin theta is 1 by 2. Now we know that sin theta is half at 30 degree. So the change of phase when the particle moves from this position to this position, delta phi, is pi by 6, which is 30 degree. So the phase of this position for the first time is pi by 6, like that. Now when the particle reaches at this position for the first time, a, then the phase becomes pi by 2. This we have already discussed. Now the particle comes back to this position a by 2. So we can see that when the particle is on a by 2 and it is moving in the backward direction, like that. So the phase at this position phi 2 can be calculated by a technique. So the technique is the fact that we know that when the particle starts from this position and returns back to this position, then the phase of this position in the second time when it returns back is equal to pi. So if the particle has not returned to this position, and in fact it has moved forward to a and then it has returned till a by 2. So this particle has not completed its journey to this mean position in the second time. So it has stopped at this position a by 2. So you can see that the phase change when the particle has moved from x is equal to 0 to x is equal to a by 2 is pi by 6, and therefore you can say the phase change when the particle will move from a by 2 to 0 will be same, which is pi by 6. So this is very important to note, that the phase change between any two positions will remain same whether the particle is moving in the forward direction or it is moving in the backward direction. So we can say that if the particle would have returned to this position, then the phase would have changed by pi. but particle has not returned to this position. In fact, it has stopped on this a by 2 position, moving in the backward direction. So the phase of this a by 2 position can be calculated by the fact that if particle has returned to this position, then its phase would have changed by pi, but it has fallen short by a phase of pi by 6, and therefore the phase of this position while returning back would be equal to pi minus pi by 6. So that would be 3 pi by, in fact pi minus pi by 6 is 5 pi by 6. So returning back towards origin and on a by 2, the phase is pi minus pi by 6, which is 5 pi by 6. Okay, so this is the phase of point a by 2 while returning back. Now the particle has arrived on this mean position and the phase has become pi. Now when the particle again moves in the backward direction, the phase again changes by pi by 6. This would remain the same. Therefore the phase of this position phi 1 for the first time, the phase of minus a by 2, would be pi plus pi by 6. So pi plus pi by 6, this is pi plus pi by 6, which is equal to 7 pi by 6. Now the particle reaches this point minus a and the phase of this point is equal to 3 pi by 2. Now the particle returns from this point and again comes back to this position a by 2, in moving in the forward direction towards the origin. So we can again say that if the particle has arrived on the origin after completing one cycle, then its phase would have changed by 2 pi. We all know that when the particle has moved like that in the one complete cycle, then its phase would have changed by 2 pi, but it has fallen short by a phase of pi by 6 because the particle has only arrived at this position minus a by 2 till now. So the phase of this position minus a by 2 would be 2 pi minus the short phase. The short phase is pi by 6. So this will be 2 pi minus pi by 6. Okay, so the phase of this position while returning back towards the origin is 2 pi minus pi by 6. So this was the phase of these different positions, and you have already noticed that the phase of a single position will be different in each cycle of the motion. Okay. Now let us see that the phase of this position like that. So we have to think that when the particle is at a is equal to x is equal to a by root 2, then we have to think that when it happens that sine theta is equal to 1 by root 2. So we know that sine theta is 1 by root 2 first time when the angle is pi by 4, which is 45 degree. So the phase of this position is pi by 4. And we can also say that while the particle moves from mean position to a by root 2, the phase changes by pi by 4. Now the particle, when it is moving in the backward direction and it is at a by root 2, so it is moving in the backward direction. So we can say that if the particle has completed this half cycle, then the phase would have changed by pi, but it has fallen short by a delta phi of pi by 4 because it has not reached this point. In fact, it is only reached at a by root 2. So the phase of this position a by root 2 would be pi minus pi by 4. So this is pi minus pi by 4, that is 3 pi by 4. Okay, so we already know the phase of this position also, a minus a by root 2. Now you can see that when the particle moves from origin to this position, which is 3a by 5, so we have to think in our mind that when it happens when sine theta is equal to 3 by 5. So the sine theta is 3 by 5 at 37 degree. So the phase of this position is 37 degree. You can convert this phase into radians. That is not an issue. And when this particle has completed this circle, this half cycle, then the phase has changed by pi. But if this particle is only at 3/5, but it is moving in the backward direction, then the phase of this position in the second time would be pi, which is 180 minus pi minus 37 degree, because it has fallen short by a phase of 37 degree. So pi is 180 degree minus this is 37 degree. So this is, I guess, 143 degree. Okay, now if the particle has moved from this position going in the backward direction, and it has arrived for the first time at minus 3/5. So the phase of this position would be, this is pi plus 37 degree. So this pi plus 37 is 180 plus 37. This is 180 plus 37. So this 180 plus 37 is 217 degree. Okay. And again when it moves from this position to this and again returns back to this position, so for the second time when it comes back to minus 3/5, the phase of this particle would be, this is 2 pi, which is 360, minus the short phase. Now the short phase will be the phase when the particle has moved from this point to this point. So the change of phase while moving from this point to this point is 37 degree. So the net phase of this position while returning back towards the origin would be 323 degree. Okay, so this was the complete analysis of the phase of different positions in SHM. And in the next videos we will discuss some more analytical drills about SHM. Thank you.